34 years, I had PTSD and did not know it. I put my first wife through 12 years of hell, and I was a total asshole. I put my second wife through hell. This is not what you want to do. I grew up in Pomona, California. Went to 12 years Catholic school. Joined the Marine Corps at age 18. I turned 19 in boot camp. My dad was a career Marine. He wasn't very emotional. When I went in the Marine Corps, went through the typical Marine Corps training, and then they shipped me off to Viet Nam in December '67. 3 weeks later, I was at Khe Sanh. I got there Christmas Eve. We replaced a company on Hill 861. Every third day you go on patrol. January 21st, about 1 a.m., the hill was attacked and we were overrun. 2 battalions of NVA tried to take the hill. We took it back. From then on, it was mostly dodging mortars, snipers, and rockets and artillery. We received on average 300 incoming a day. It could get as high as 1,600. This went on for me till February 6th. I was in the bottom of my trench line eating lunch. The trench was over 6-7 feet deep. I was in the bottom of it. The mortar exploded above and behind me. That's the first part of the miracle, because if that mortar had landed in the trench with me, there wouldn't have been any pieces left. It cut my external carotid artery. I was a mess. Time for a helicopter on our landing zone was approximately 30 seconds. They waited for me, they got me out of the trench line, they took me up the hill to the LZ, they put me on the chopper, and they flew me to Khe Sanh, which was my rear. I was in a drug fog till March of '68. I woke up in Japan. I had more tubes in me than a television set. I had a tracheotomy, and I was a mess, but they still didn't know why I was alive. As soon as I was able, they sent me back to the state. They found me fit for duty, and then they gave me, then I went to electronics school. A few years later, I was found unfit for duty, basically because I could not function. I didn't play well with others. I was raised a strict Catholic, and then they changed the rules on me. And I said, hey, wait a minute, how can this be? Suddenly change all these rules that I've lived by my whole life. And I said, I did not have faith. I was an agnostic. I married my first wife in 1968. We were divorced in 1980, but I didn't have a problem. It was her problem. It was my folks. It was my kids. It was everybody but me. I met my second wife in 81, married her in 82. Same thing. I ended up going to prison in 1999. My wife divorced me in 2001. She did not want to have anything to do with me because, again, I was an asshole. I got out of prison and realized I had a problem. I didn't realize what the problem was till I had an incident with a helicopter flying over. I went to the VA and they said, "Oh, I know what your problem is. You got PTSD." Say what? You have PTSD. It took them 10 minutes to diagnose me. Real obvious. And he says, "You know why you acted the way you did?" I says, "No. It's your anniversary. You were shot February 6, 1968, weren't you?" I said, "Yes." "Well, what's the date?" Yeah, I said, "February 4th. That's why you're having this reaction." I attempted suicide once in 1972 and once again in 1980. For some reason, I didn't succeed. While I was on probation, I was violated. That's what really changed my life, because I met a person who led me to God and to Christ, kicking and screaming all the way. Somebody asked me, "Do you believe in God?" And I said, "Yes, but does he believe in me?" Then they hit a very important point. Why are you alive? I don't know how long it takes to bleed to death with a ruptured external carotid, but it's not long. I had a helicopter pilot that was crazy enough to land and wait for me to be put on the chopper at risk to his life and his crew. At that time now, to put the two together, that there's a reason to live, the proof of that is that I am alive. PTSD is very sneaky, and you don't know you have it because you blame everybody else for your problems. I'm a prime example of what not to do with PTSD, and how much trouble you can get into, and how much misery you can dish out in a short period of time. I didn't begin to change till I got spiritual help. I still go to the VA. I take my medication as prescribed. I had to find something else. I found it. The VA can't do it by itself. It needs help. If you're having a problem in your marriage or in your life and you're a combat veteran, the odds are it's you. If you might have PTSD, dumb shit, go get some help. The VA offers help, but you have to get spiritual help. I was wounded in a way that could not be diagnosed. It was a spiritual wound. The VA could not, by its very nature, diagnose. I needed to find a group like the one I have found. 2009, I came into this group. I pray all the time that I do and say the right thing in group. I feel spiritually that I'm growing. The more I heal, the more I want that I can help people. And I think receiving Christ has given me a boost. I am being guided by the Holy Spirit. My group consists of combat veterans from Vietnam and OIF, OEF, Desert Storm. My wife has been very supportive of me, obviously. She divorced me in 2001. She remarried me in 2009. She now knows more about what is going on with me due to the women's group. The women's group has been very helpful for her. It has brought her education and understanding. I would say get help. If not for yourself, get it for your family. Just get help before somebody gets hurt. Because if you don't get help, somebody is going to get hurt or dead. People die because they don't get help. I don't want them to go there.